I feel like I think a lot. I feel like I think too much sometimes. And I'm not spending enough time just being, being content with what's right in front of me. You know, a lot of people call that feeling the feeling of being present, present in the moment. And I feel like that's what it is. But I don't want to overcomplicate it too much. It just is what it is. And I'm trying to become more of that, more of just the awareness instead of the mind. Because I know that when I think too much, I lose sight of it all. It's that simple. I lose sight of it all. And I overcomplicate it. I feel like I overcomplicate it too much. Sometimes I want to say something and it never comes out right because I kind of workshop it in my head. And because of that, it just comes out distorted, the message as a whole. So this video is not going to really have any sort of grand plan. I'm just going to kind of yap. And if any of it makes sense, that's cool. But I don't want to think too much about what I'm trying to do. I just want to kind of enjoy the moment, you know? Because I don't do enough of that. I had a dream about that actually one time. And I was basically told in that dream by whatever figure presented itself that I wasn't spending enough time in the moment, and I was focusing too much on the distractions from this moment. And I did a meditation one time and had the same exact answer, that I got to stop focusing so much on trying to make everything so perfect and trying to, micromanage things, and just focus more on living, focus more on being and gathering those kind of memories. Because I feel like the memories that really stick with me are the ones I don't really think about. It's the memories where I was just so content in the moment and so happy with what was right in front of me. Those are the moments, the memories that stuck with me. And maybe that's just a sign that if you really want to enjoy life, like truly to its fullest, you got to stop attaching so much meaning to everything. Because maybe there's no meaning to any of this. And maybe it's more about feeling. Maybe meaning is something that the mind creates and something that you workshop in your head and you'll think about. Maybe that's what meaning is. But feeling, it's like this I don't know how to explain it. It's like this aura that surrounds you and is like within you. That's what feeling is. And I know I feel good right now, so I know I'm doing something right. And that's just what I gotta kind of stick to, is the feeling. Because I've always trusted my feelings. I've always been kind of in tune with them to a good degree, I guess. I think something that kind of helps me understand my feelings too is goosebumps. I know that when I get goosebumps, which I do have right now, I don't know if you can see, I know when I get them that I'm doing something right and that something just feels right, because I always get goosebumps when I'm feeling so good. And I feel so good right now. So that's what I'm going to focus more on in 2026 and just for the rest of my life, is more on feeling and being instead of thinking. Because I like to overthink. I do. I like to, because I actually indulge in it. I listen to those thoughts and I tweak them and I try to make everything so perfect in my mind to the point where I just get so tired. It's tiring thinking. It genuinely gets tiring when you think so much. So I'm going to stop thinking. I'm going to just start blabbering the first thing that pops in my head. And I don't think it's really popping in my head, if I'm being honest. It's just kind of there and it's just happening. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but look at this view, guys. You don't beat this. Nature is just so powerful and inspiring, and it fills me with so much hope for the future. There's so much bad in the world. There's so much negativity. Like, I have social media, I see the news, I see all the things like, with the Epstein files and all this crazy stuff with child sacrificing, all that crazy stuff. It genuinely hurts to think about that. It feels so bad. And it makes you feel powerless, because what are we to do to stop that? Like, I'm just an ordinary Joe, I can't really do anything to stop that. But I gotta stop thinking about that too. I gotta stop putting my attention and my awareness towards that and just start focusing on being a more positive version of myself and being a better version of myself, because, you are the change you wish to see in the world. I don't know if I botched the quote. I think that was by Buddha. I might be wrong. Was it Mahatma Gandhi? I might even butcher that. But the point is, be the change you wish to see in the world. That is the quote. Be the change you wish to see in the world. So I'm going to start changing my life for the better, because the world I want to live in is a world that is full of hope, that is inspiring, that makes you feel good and positive, and a world that has more of this, more of going out into the woods and exploring and seeing nature for what it is. When I was a kid, I used to spend almost every moment of my day outside, just because I was forced to by my family, because they wanted us to spend more time outdoors. But I honestly think that was the best thing for us, because now growing up, it's just like, it's my favorite thing to do in the world. I'd rather just do this all day, yap to a camera, and spend time outdoors than go to a job. Maybe this could be my job one day. Maybe. I like to think it can. I like to be hopeful about the future, because we need to be inspired. We need to have inspiration for our own lives, and we need to take action. It's so easy to think about all the ways you could be better and all the things you can do. And honestly, it feels so good that you almost don't even do the thing, like the action it takes to get there, because just thinking about it is inspiring enough. But it's kind of warped, and that's what overthinking does. Kind of warps your perception on life and how things are. Because things aren't like that, You can't just will things into existence. I went down that manifestation route, and it doesn't work just like that. To manifest something in your life, it doesn't just take thought alone. And I used to think so, until I realized that I had to put in more work, put in more action. And then I got the things I wanted. It's kind of funny how that works, but that's just life. So, yeah, I'm just trying to live my life the best I can, trying to enjoy every single day as much as I can, and that's good enough for me. I feel good right now. I really do. And I just want to feel like this all the time. And I know I can if I kind of get out of my mind a little bit more, because thinking has never done any good for me, for the most part. I guess it could be used here or there. You could argue that, but for the most part, being and just experiencing what is right in front of you and what is better than thinking about all the things that aren't, and all the things that could be better, and all the things you could change. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Bro's just yapping. So I gotta stop yapping now. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this hike, and I'll catch you guys later.